Osprey baseball is on the air. It's Game 3 between the Presbyterian Blue Hose and the UNF Opsreys. UNF, after taking 2 wild games to start the series, will go for the sweep on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon, live on Schlick Sports. Hello, everybody. I'm Noah Schlick, bringing you today's action live from Harmon Stadium and Dusty Rhodes Field. The teams are out on the field getting ready for today's matchup, and let's meet the starting lineups. First, the batting order for the Blue Hose. James Green leading things off, followed by Jonathan Williams and Amon Dewberry. Caden Mason, Emery Guilford, and Matthew Rollison, 4, 5, 6, with 7, 8, 9 being Brody Linker, Bo Moody, and Andrew Albertus. For UNF out on the field, they got Carter White in left with Jackson Schraft in center. Sean Benjamin out in right. Drew Buchanan, the third baseman today for the Ospreys, with Matthew Farner sliding over to shortstop. Seth Alford at second for UNF with Jackson Toberman at first. Behind the plate is Boone Hosey, and out on the mound, Joseph Domino, the left-handed redshirt junior out of Millstone, New Jersey. Stands 6'5", 235. Allenton High School, Mercer County Community College before UNF. This season for the Ospreys, he's made 2 appearances, going 3 2/3, allowing 2 runs, 1 earned. He has struck out 6 while walking 2. The big lefty will be greeted by a lefty in James Green to get things started here at UNF. Domino, a guy who worked on his breaking ball a lot during the offseason. Had a really impressive fall, got a fastball in the low 90s, and works out of the stretch. First pitch is skied in the air to Schraft out in center. He's coming in and will make the catch, 1 away. It is a beautiful day for baseball here at Harmon Stadium. Man, you can't draw it up much better. 68 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, wind blowing at 9 miles per hour. What a way to kick off March in Jacksonville, Florida. As Jonathan Williams, the second baseman, up at the plate. First pitch to Williams, on the ground to first, fielded by Toberman. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Joe Domino. What a start. And Joe Mercadante talked about it. This is a Presbyterian group that has not been afraid to swing. They are a very aggressive offensive team, and he feels like at times his pitchers this week who have struggled have been worried too much about missing in the wrong spots, that they're not attacking where they should be. He said, don't get cute in this one. He wants to see his guys attacking each pitch. And Domino off to a great start. 2 pitches, 2 outs, and now strike 1 to Amon Dewberry. This Presbyterian offense came in cold. Put up 6 runs in game 1. And yesterday had UNF on the brink. The Ospreys coming away with a walk-off 12-11 win. Swinging strike 2. 0-2 count on Dewberry. Here comes Domino. Down in the dirt for ball 1. Dewberry, one of the top bats on this team, leading the group with 18 RBIs and a .444 batting average. Domino kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Joe Domino sets him down 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first inning. Ospreys coming up to bat when we come back on Schlick Sports. Bottom of the first inning now on Schlick Sports, and it's time to meet the Ospreys here on March 1st, 2026. They're going to march out Seth Alford again in the leadoff spot, who has been red hot as of late for UNF. Matthew Farner batting second with Jackson Toberman in the three-hole. Boone Hosey cleaning things up with Sean Benjamin batting fifth. White, Schraft, Witherington behind Sean Benjamin, and Drew Buchanan, the third baseman, batting ninth. A new look for UNF at the bottom of the order today. Connor Witherington making his first start of the season. Buchanan right behind him. UNF has been great offensively as of late. Had a great week now at the plate ever since putting up 9 at Florida State. As Alford digs in. Collected a hit yesterday, scored a run, and he takes a strike from J.J. Harrell. Second pitch to Alford, the high heat. Offered at and missed. 0-2. Harrell, lefty, sophomore out of Concord, North Carolina, 6'0", 195, was homeschooled in high school. Fouled away by Alford. Pitch high to Seth Alford, 1-2. Harrell off to a nice start this season, 3.38 ERA. He's pitched 5 1/3. Alford, line drive, back up the middle, into center field for a base hit. Leadoff man aboard for UNF. And Alford stays hot. Runner on for Matthew Farner. Farner.
The shortstop, number 10, Matthew Farner,
has been impressive and more this year for the Ospreys. 6 home runs on the season. Takes a strike. 0-1 on Matthew Farner. Lefty to the plate, misses the strike zone. 1-1. Casey Sanchez, our home plate umpire this afternoon. Shannon Jernigan at first and Ray Chamberlain at third as Farner pops one up. Shallow right field, wind carrying that ball over, a long way to go. That one's going to drop behind the second baseman, Williams. Alford able to get into second safely. 2 aboard. It's a breezy day, and that one was moving all over the place. Williams, in actuality, only had to go probably 15 feet behind his regular position, just straight back. The wind blowing in from left center, maybe that left field corner. Kind of swirling today is now Toberman, line drive, left center field. That ball is down. Alford coming around third. He's trying for home. The throw as Alford slips. He still scores. Toberman in at second. The Ospreys on top, 1-0. Seth Alford got caught by the turf monster coming down the third base line. The throw, if it was cut off by the shortstop Moody, he probably would have got him. But rather, this one just kind of took a bounce on the infield turf, which represents the dirt, and started dribbling towards home. So Alford still able to beat it. Farner advancing to third on the play. It'll go down as a single for Jackson Toberman and an RBI. Runners on second and third. 1-0 UNF. And up comes Boone Hosey. 2 hits yesterday, a home run and a triple. He drove in 4 in the Ospreys win. Still nobody out. Bottom of the first inning. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Up and in for a ball, 1-0. Harold to the plate. And his 1-0 misses up high. 2 balls and no strikes on Boone Hosey. Hitters count. The pitch. At the belt for strike 1. Hosey hitting .231, OPS at .901 as he's got 2 home runs at 7 RBIs. The pitch. Line drive, right field. That ball is down. Farner's going to score. Toberman coming around third. They're sending him to the plate. The throw, not going to get him. A 2-run single for Boone Hosey. 3 runs across without an out for the Ospreys in the bottom of the first inning. What a start for these UNF bats. Just moving the line. Single, 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 single. 3 runs. Now Sean Benjamin. The right fielder awaits in the right-handed batter's box. He takes up and in. Ball 1. Hosey stands on first. The pitch. Inside, ball 2. Pickoff move to first, and Hosey is back safely. UNF jumping on Presbyterian College here in the first inning. Still nobody out. 3 runs across. Benjamin takes the ball, and it is 3-0. UNF had 3 runs in the first inning yesterday as Benjamin takes ball 4, and the first 5 men have all reached safely. Runners on first and second for Carter White. Still nobody out. Nobody in the bullpen for Presbyterian. The Blue Hose used 8 pitchers on Friday. Just 3 yesterday. Ball 1 to Carter White. J.J. Harrell has gotten himself in trouble, falling behind in counts. The Osprey hitters have been selective, and they pounced as Carter White takes up and in. 2-0. UNF wearing their white uniforms with blue pinstripes. The pitch to White is swung on and missed. 2 balls and a strike on him. Set is Harrell. Lefty on lefty. The pitch is swung on and driven to right. That ball's high in the air. Going to be a one-hopper off the wall. Coming around third is Hosey. They're sending him home. He is going to be safe at the plate. Bang, bang play. I initially thought they got him. But Casey Sanchez signaling Hosey safe. And it's an RBI double for Carter White. Benjamin into third. 4-0 UNF. And now there are several Blue Hose jogging out to the bullpen. 4 runs across for UNF before recording an out. As Jackson Schraff now going to wait as there's 2 more on the way. Half of the Presbyterian College Blue Hose assembling in the bullpen. Starting to do bullpen pitcher things. They've got their Trevor Bauer pole helping for stretching and getting ready. Some guys up on the fence stretching out. I imagine it was a stern message sending them out there too. They're moving with purpose as Benjamin takes up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. No outs. Runners on second and third for Jackson Schraft. Benjamin on third, White on second. Schraft takes ball 2. Two-0. Over the plate, top of the strike zone. One-two count. Here's the pitch. Called a ball just above the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Rung him up on the outside corner. A little bit off the plate. Schraft not happy with the call.
Now batting with 1 away, the designated hitter, number 29.
1 out, runners on second and third for Connor Witherington. Witherington has not recorded an official at-bat this year. He has 1 plate appearance against Florida State earlier this week where he was hit by a pitch. Takes a ball, 1-0. 4-0 UNF, bottom of the first inning. Witherington awaits. Swings and sends one in the air, down the right side, out of play. 1-1. Witherington, redshirt junior out of Birmingham, Alabama. 1-1 is swung on and hit high in the air, down the left field line. Will it go? It has the distance, but it's just foul. That was close, but just to the left of the left field foul pole. Now just got to straighten it out. 1-2 on Witherington. Joe Mercadante said they felt like this was a good matchup for him. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. The 1-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 outs, and that brings up Drew Buchanan. Buchanan, another guy who hasn't been a regular this year for UNF. 3 for 10, though, has made the most of his plate appearances. And this one he sends back up the middle into center field. Benjamin scores. Coming home is White. Carter White home as well. A 2-out, 2-run single for Drew Buchanan. And it is 6-0 Ospreys. How about this first inning onslaught? UNF cannot be stopped. They've now batted around back to the leadoff man, Seth Alford. With a runner on first, he fouls one back. 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and missed for strike two. Alford got this all started with the single. J.J. Harrell trying to end this nightmarish first inning. Pitch is taken for strike three, and that will end the inning. But UNF puts 6 on the scoreboard in a first inning ambush. Second inning coming up. Ospreys 6, Presbyterian College nothing. Six nothing Ospreys through one. Heart of the order coming up for Presbyterian. The Blue Hose trying to form some sort of response to the onslaught that faced him in the first inning. Mason, the first to greet Joe Domino, had a 6-pitch first inning. And Domino up and in for ball one on the Blue Hose catcher. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. The 1-1 from Domino. Just outside for ball two. Mason awaits and shoots one foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mason collected a couple of hits in game one of the series, did not appear yesterday. 2-2 count on him. Lefty on the mound, righty at the plate. The pitch fouled away. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mason trying to get something started. Domino set and fires. Outside, ball 3. As you can hear from the crowd mic, it is a breezy one here at Harmon Stadium. The wind blowing in Did not affect the Ospreys there in the first inning, as Mason takes ball 4, and the leadoff man is on with a walk. That'll bring up the DH, Emery Guilford.
Number 27, Emery Guilford.
It was an impressive performance from this Presbyterian offense yesterday. 11 runs on 10 hits. No home runs. These guys just did a great job playing small ball as the first pitch over the head of Guilford. Good job by Hosey getting to that one. Throws down to first, but back in time is Caden Mason. 1-0. Domino to the plate. Just misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Domino filled up the strike zone in the first inning. After the leadoff walk, he now is behind in the count, 2-0 on the mound. Going to throw over to first, and back in time is Mason. The Blue Hose were able to steal 3 bases yesterday. Mason dancing at first as Domino gets a strike past Guilford. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. Misses away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Guilford trying to get a little bit of life back by getting on base. The pitch. Foul tip into the glove of Hosey for strike 2. Counts full. Domino set. The lefty looking at first, the throw to home, and back to Domino on the mound. Throws to second for the force, and a little slow to get up is Farner. Looks to be okay. And they're going to talk about this. I think Presbyterian wants to know if Farner came off the base. Before he had the ball, and yeah, they're going to go look at this. I've not seen one of these reviews so far lead to a call being overturned with the camera system we have in place for non-ESPN games. As it stands, there is 1 out. Now we'll have to wait. Good time to take a look at the upcoming schedule for these teams. For UNF, they've got a Wednesday midweek home against Villanova before traveling to Tuscaloosa next week, Friday through Sunday, to take on the Alabama Crimson Tide. For Presbyterian, they take on Charleston Tuesday before a 3-game set with Appalachian State. I still don't know if it's Appalachian or Appalachian. I feel like I've heard it both ways. I swear I've heard broadcasters themselves refer to it different ways. Let's find this out now, because I'm curious. Appalachian. And that is how you kill some time during a review, everybody. Still waiting on the umpires. As Domino tossing some warm-up pitches, trying to stay warm here as he'll look to throw a few more strikes after this review, as he has struggled to find the strike zone so far in the second inning. I do not know what goes on during these reviews below us, but I feel like there needs to be a 60-second timer or something. Clear and concise is what it's supposed to be. And let's see what the call is. Back on the field, and yep, the runner on second is out. So one away, runner on first is Guilford, who reaches on the fielder's choice.
Matthew Rollison.
Brings up Matthew Rollison. That's one of my pet peeves watching sports is with a review, if you're overturning the call, got to be clear and concise. Says, never mind my rant. Chopper back to first. Domino was supposed to throw it a second, instead bounced it into center field, and advancing all the way from first to third on the play is Emery Guilford. Rollison aboard on the error. That one was bounced back to the pitcher's mound. Domino turned around and maybe rushed the throw to second. Runners at the corners with one away for Brody Linker. This is a Presbyterian team that has fought scrapping and clawing all weekend. Don't expect that to change today as Linker sends one foul, 0-1. Domino misses outside for a ball, 1-1. Pickoff move and back safely at first is Rollison. Domino to the plate. Up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Linker, the first baseman. Yesterday went 1 for 4. Now a chopper to third. On to second for 1. Alford to first. In time! A 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. Joe Domino pitches around the trouble. Gets out of the inning without a scratch. On to the bottom of the second. 6-0 Ospreys. Matthew Farner leading things off for UNF in the bottom of the second inning. First inning was just okay for UNF. First 6 guys reached, 6 runs scored. And the Ospreys with that 6-run lead now as Farner steps up, takes the ball from J.J. Harrell. A little surprised that they sent Harrell back out there for the second inning. They've had multiple guys throwing in the bullpen. We'll see how long Presbyterian College wants to stick with the man on the mound as he falls behind 2-0 on Matthew Farner. Now 3-0 down and away. Farner singled and scored his first time up. The 3-0. Right down the middle. Not sure why Farner was throwing the bat and working his way down to first. Not going to do you many favors there with Casey Sanchez. The 3-1. Line drive, base hit, left field. Matthew Farner's 2 for 2. That'll bring up Jackson Toberman. He drove in the first run for UNF with a single his first time up. UNF already with 7 hits. And out comes Elton Pollock. He wanted to see his guy Harrell eat up a couple innings, but after the leadoff single from Farner, trying to keep any more damage from being done. Back after this pitching change, runner on first for UNF in the bottom of the second, nobody out. 6-0 Ospreys when we come back. The new pitcher for Presbyterian College, Brooks Chamberlain, wearing the number 16. Tall, lanky, right-handed pitcher, 6'4", 190 junior out of Tampa, Florida. Has made 2 appearances this year. One on Friday against UNF, in which he faced 1 batter, which he walked. Gave up 3 earned runs in 1 inning against Akron earlier this year as Toberman slugs one to center field. That one's back and off the wall. Farner going to come around third, and he will score on an RBI double from Jackson Toberman.
Osprey fans, that double was brought to you by
Jackson Toberman with his second hit already of the game. UNF 7,
Number 8, Boone.
Blue Hose nothing. Still nobody out. And a runner in scoring position for Boone Hosey. He had a 2-run single his first time up. Five RBIs in the last 24 hours for Boone Hosey. Takes a ball up high. Final line for J.J. Harrell, the Presbyterian starter. 1 inning, 7 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. As Hosey skies one to right, Dewberry ranges to his left, makes the catch. Toberman tagging up. The throw, cut off, throw on to third. Got him. Brad Wilkerson immediately saying to challenge that. Dewberry hit the cutoff man Moody. Got it to third. It was a bang-bang play. This one they might actually have a solid angle on, as there's not too much distance between the cameras on top of the dugout and the third base bag, but my money's on this still being a double play. We'll just have to wait. And this gives me a chance to get back to my earlier rant I didn't get to finish about clear and concise. Indisputable video evidence that the call should be overturned. Should not take 2 minutes. In that case, it's not indisputable. I think the MLB right now has the best replay system out there. It doesn't take long. Send it back to New York and sometimes got the call within 30 seconds. I think basketball is by far the worst with their replays. As Chamberlain throwing some pitches out there on the mound. Toberman still standing on third base, expecting this one to be called safe. Chamberlain has now stopped throwing, wanting to save his arm a little bit now. Just pacing on the mound. Seven 0 UNF, our score. Yesterday, UNF was up 4. Or excuse me, they were up 6 after a 6-run bottom of the 7th inning. Presbyterian able to make the comeback, send it to extras before UNF walked it off. The umpire's back on the field. Here's the call. And Toberman remains out. It'll be an F9 and a 9-6-5 double plays. It was the shortstop Moody who cut it off. So now 2 outs. And brings up Sean Benjamin. First pitch to him. Up and in. Did that get him? No, it did not. Ball 1. Second pitch to Benjamin. Ball high, but called a strike. Not quite as egregious as I thought it was with my naked eye, but still should have been a ball. Is the next pitch outside. 2-1. Benjamin checks his swing. Able to lay off another one high. 3 balls and a strike. Sean Benjamin worked a walk and scored his first time up. Takes a breaking ball in the strike zone for strike 2. Counts full. 2 outs, 1 run in for UNF in the bottom of the second inning. Chamberlain's pitch is chopped foul down the third base side. 3-2. Payoff. Ground ball, third base line, just foul. That one was literally on the line. Took a bad hop for UNF just before crossing the third base bag. Still 3-2. Chamberlain set, the pitch, popped up. Third baseman Rollison into foul ground, trying to track it, and squeezes it in for out number 3. UNF gets one more across in the bottom of the second inning. 7-0 Ospreys through 2 on Schlick Sports. Top of the third inning now, UNF with a 7-run advantage. Joe Domino, 2 shutout innings. And Bo Moody, the first to greet him in the top of the third, fouls one away. 0-1 the count. Domino comes set. Here's the pitch from the southpaw, outside. 1-1. One pitch. Close, doesn't get the call. 2 balls and a strike. on Bo Moody. Moody 1 for 6 in this series. Chops one out to short, mishandled by Farner, picks it up and not going to be able to get it to first in time. That'll be an error on Matthew Farner at shortstop, and the leadoff man aboard for the Blue Hose.
Now batting on left fielder number 5, Andrew Albertus.
Domino did his job. Got the ground ball. Farner, who is normally at third, just mishandled it. As the third baseman, Drew Buchanan, now getting a new pitch count device. All set. Andrew Albertus, the left fielder, at the plate. Shows bunt. Puts it down the third base line. Domino fields, not going to have a throw. Bunt single for Andrew Albertus. 8-9 in the order. Setting the table now for the leadoff man, James Green.
Now batting the center fielder number 1, James Green.
And Parker Bangs gonna go talk to Domino. And I think the trainer coming out with him. Man, these guys, they got good eyes in the dugout. I would have never thought something was wrong. I think Domino pointed at his hamstring on his left leg, but they're going to have him throw a couple pitches as a couple guys get moving for UNF in the bullpen. His pitch is up and away. And it looks like they're going to let Domino continue. No, they're taking him out. Parker Bangs had originally left him out there on the mound and turned around and got Domino. So hopefully everything okay. And we'll see who's coming in from the bullpen when we come back on Schlick Sports. Runners on first and second for Presbyterian in the top of the third inning. Nobody out. John Costa onto the mound for UNF. Costa appeared in Friday's matchup, closing out the game with 1 scoreless inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. His third appearance of the week. 5th of the season. He's gone 5 2/3, allowing 5 runs, all earned. Out of Jacksonville and Bishop Kenny High School, Costa, a redshirt senior righty, standing at 6'0", 190. Had a nice bounce back inning on Friday. Now trying to build off of that. The leadoff man, James Green, at the plate, right-handed on the mound, left-handed in the batter's box. As Costa goes up and away with the ball, Green had initially showed bunt. Two on, nobody out. Costa fires. Strike on the inside corner. Green again showing bunt, pulling back. That one a strike, though. Moody on second, Albertus on first. As there's the bunt, fielded by Costa, throws to third in time to get Bo Moody. That was risky and close play. They got him, but that would have been one where you get an earful from a coach if you don't make that throw in time. It works, though. Still runners on first and second, now 1 away. And Jonathan Williams up at the plate. Grounded out to first his first time up. Left-handed batter. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on the second baseman. Costa set at the waist. A heater is fouled back for strike 2. Oh, 2 the count. The pitch. Inside, off the glove of Hosey. Both runners will advance. Green on second, Albertus on third. And a 1-2 count on Jonathan Williams. One, two. Line drive, left center field, ranging over. Schraff makes the catch. Tagging from third is Albertus. He will score. And the Blue Hose on the board. It's 7-1. Two outs in the inning.
Now batting with 2 away, the right fielder number 35, Amon Dewberry.
Amon Dewberry up to the plate. Costa trying to limit any further damage. First pitch to Dewberry outside. Ball 1. Pretty cool right now in left field. Looks like there is a kid who's getting some pitching tips from the Presbyterian bullpen as Dewberry swings and misses at strike 1, ball and a strike. I saw him throwing a couple into the side of the UNF batting cage. And going back to talk to some Blue Hose out there on the fence. The 1-1. Dewberry takes outside. 2 balls and a strike. Kicking the pitch from Costa. Down low for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. Here's Costa. Pop foul out of play. 3-2. Two outs, runner on second. Here's the payoff. Outside, ball 4. So the inning will continue. Caden Mason coming up to the plate. Runners on first and second. 1 across for Presbyterian College in the top of the 3rd inning. They trail 7-1.
Next up for the Blue Hose, the catcher number 10, Caden Mason.
Mason was the first base runner of the game. In the 2nd inning, he led things off with a walk. Good crowd on hand today. They watch as Costa gets Mason to foul one in the air, down the right field line, foul. Might have hit a truck. Here's the 0-1. Down and away for a ball. Costa set. His 1-1 offering. Jam shot the other way, foul. 1-2. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. It scoots away from Hosey, though. He's not going to have a chance to get him as it gets all the way to the backstop. Could have been out number 3. Instead, the bases are loaded after the strikeout. Drop 3rd strike.
Now batting the designated
Mason
number
aboard.
27, Emery Guilford.
And now Emery Guilford with a chance to make a real dent into this Ospreys lead. Guilford grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. The pitch, swing and a miss from the left-handed hitting Guilford. 0-1. Second pitch to the AB. Another swing and a miss. Basically the same thing there. Costa buried a slider down and in. And Guilford swinging over top of it. 2-strike count. Where does Costa want to go? Steps off. Maybe some issues with the pitch com as His hat is off. He's trying to listen. Looks like he's got it now. UNF dugout making some noise. The 0-2 out to short. Fielded by Farner. Going to flip on to Alford at second to end the inning. Little bit of a scare for UNF. The base is loaded with 2 outs, but only 1 run going to come home for Presbyterian College. 7-1 Ospreys headed into the bottom of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd inning, new pitcher for Presbyterian, Michael Mariquin Jr. in out of the bullpen. The righty standing at 6'0", 200, sophomore out of Tampa, Florida, an area that this Presbyterian team has recruited quite well as White pops one up. First pitch from Mariquin. Foul ground behind the plate. Catch is made by the catcher, Caden Mason. 1 pitch, 1 up, 1 down for the Ospreys.
Now batting with 1 away, the center fielder number 20.
Brings up Jackson Schraft. Brooks Chamberlain going 1 inning out of the bullpen, 1 hit, no runs credited to Chamberlain. Schraft at the plate. Takes the ball outside. 1-0. Jackson, a strikeout victim his first time up. 1-0 pitch. Into the strike zone. Off-speed pitch. Right down the middle. 1-1 count. Here it is. Slider just a bit outside. Middle of the left-handed batter's box, past the glove of the catcher to the backstop. 2-1 count. Here it is. Schraff fouls one straight back. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch. Another slider down and away. Good block by Mason. Full count. One out, bottom of the third. Nobody up in the Presbyterian bullpen as of now, as Mariquin gets him to pop one foul out of play. Still 3-2. The payoff. Hard line drive center field. Green coming in and will make the catch. 2 up, 2 down against Michael Mariquin Jr. in the bottom of the third. Brings up Connor Witherington.
Two away, the designated hitter, number 29, Connor Witherington.
Mariquin, career .813 ERA, has made 3 appearances this year, going 3 1/3, allowing 6 runs, all earned. Coming off of a shutout inning at Clemson, though, after a couple tough performances against Akron and Valparaiso. The DH Witherington struck out his first time up, was maybe 5 to 7 feet left of a home run. After taking ball 1, second pitch to Witherington, off-speed pitch in the zone, ball and a strike. Elton Pollock and Parker Bangs were talking before game 1 of the series. He's down there with him on the field as a breaking ball swung on and missed strike 2. And they talked about exactly that. Those hitters early in counts do not swing at breaking balls in the strike zone. But then they get in their head after seeing one, and they'll chase one down and away or expand the zone. Now 1-2. Mariquin does it again. Slider way outside. Check swing. Witherington going around for a strikeout. 1-2-3 inning tossed by Michael Mariquin Jr. 7-1 Ospreys through 3 on Schlick Sports. Give him his medal.
Money Pages is the local leader for savings. Check your mailbox for Money Pages magazine today, or download the Money Pages app to save big on dining, entertainment, home improvement, and more. Money Pages, helping communities save and businesses grow.
Top of the fourth inning and on for UNF, making his first appearance of the season after coming back from injury. Will Ross taking the bump here in the top of the fourth inning. Redshirt junior, 6'6", 245 out of Winter Garden, Florida, and West Orange High School. Made 13 starts last year for UNF with a 5.02 ERA. Working him back from injury here, making his first appearance, as I mentioned, and he starts off Matthew Rollison with a strike, 0-1. Ross expected to be a key figure on this pitching staff this season. Quickly ahead, 0-2 on Matthew Rollison. Ross, a big guy, as I mentioned, 6'6", 245, rocking the stash. Into the windup, the pitch, down low, 1-2. Looks like a right-handed Andrew Chafin out there. 1-2, down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 offering. Ground ball up the middle into center field. A base hit for Matthew Rollison. And for the third inning in a row, leadoff man aboard for Presbyterian.
Next up, the first baseman, number 21, Brody Linker.
Brings up Brody Linker. One aboard. Linker showing bunt. Lays it down. Hosey collects, throws to first in time. Sack bunt for Linker. Rollison into scoring position.
Next up for the Blue Hose, the shortstop, number 18, Bo Moody.
Now Bo Moody up to the plate. This is a team down 6, but still not afraid to go station to station, lay down a bunt, sacrifice an out to try to get a run across, as Moody fouls one away for strike 1. Ross is set and delivers outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kick hand the pitch. Misses for ball 2. Ross, a guy looking to go into athletic administration. Told me he'd like to be an athletic director one day. Been working with the softball team in his spare time this season. 2-1 pitch, chopped over to first, fielded by Toberman. Calls off Ross, steps on the bag himself. 2 outs, Rollison to third.
Now batting with 2 away, the left fielder, number 5,
Andrew Albertus. Having a great series from the 9 spot. Bunt single his first time up, now 3 for 7 in this 3-game set. He's worked 3 walks as well. First pitch to him. Chopper, Alford at second. Fields flips on to first in time, and Will Ross in his return tosses a scoreless 4th inning. Ospreys 7, Blue Hose 1. On to the bottom of the 4th on Schlick Sports. Chapin's one of my all-time favorites. Are you a Cubs fan? Go Cubs. Oh, yeah. I need to get a failed starter t-shirt. Or like failed ball player, you know? Drew Buchanan leading things off for UNF in the bottom of the fourth inning. 9-1-2 for the Ospreys as they lead 7-1 over Presbyterian College on this perfect Sunday afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky. High 60s with a good breeze as Buchanan swings at strike one. 0-1 count on Buchanan. Michael Mariquin Jr. out for his second inning of work. Delivers as Buchanan fouls one back. It's 0-2. UNF with their white uniforms, dark blue pinstripes. Presbyterian College, blue jerseys with a white script, gray pants. Full windup from Mariquin. Slider down and away. 1-2. Buchanan with a two-run single his first time up. Swings and misses, chasing the slider down low for strike three. One out. In the bottom of the fourth, brings up Seth Alford, the leadoff man. He's 1 for 2.
Now batting with one away, the second baseman, number 7, Seth Alford.
Alford, one of those guys who kind of has the alter ego on the field, you could say, is he's been described as a mellow guy, quiet off of it, but it's fiery out on the diamond. He takes ball one. Singled and scored in the first inning, then ended that inning with a strikeout. Checks his swing and goes around. 1 ball, 1 strike, chasing the slider down below the zone. Full windup, Mariquin delivers. Alford skies it in the air. First baseline, foul territory, out of play. 1-2. Alford, a local guy, St. John's Country Day. One of many great players to come out of that school as this one is buried down and away. Another slider. 2-2. Full windup. And Alford takes down and away. Three balls and 2 strikes. Alford, a state championship winner at St. John's Country Day 2024. The 3-2 is swung on and missed. Mariquin sticking with that slider. Alford was expecting something else as he swung at a pitch way out of the strike zone. I think he was expecting Mariquin to finally go back to the fastball and flailed at one in the other batter's box. Now Matthew Farner, after the first 2 men down via the K to start off the 4th inning. Full windup, and Farner takes low. 1-0 count. Mariquin into the windup. Upstairs, ball 2. Matthew Farner, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Awaits the 2-0. Down and away. 3-0. Conventional thinking would say he goes with the fastball here, but it seems like that slider has been the pitch that Mariquin is most comfortable with. Goes into the windup and misses with a heater down and away for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Matthew Farner. Runner on first with 2 outs for the Ospreys, and Jackson Toberman, who's got 2 hits and 2 RBIs, steps up to the plate. Doubled in Farner his last time up, and Farner is a threat to steal. UNF has been aggressive this series on the base paths. Got to be ready for a pickoff move as Farner gets a good lead. He stays put as Toberman chases a slider outside. Strike 1. I think Farner's going here. Pickoff move. So did Mariquin. Farner back safely. The 0-1 pitch. Farner stays put, but it kicks away from Mason behind the plate, and Farner will advance 90 feet on the pass ball. One ball, 1 strike, and now a runner in scoring position for Jackson Toberman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, way out in front of the breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, a runner on second. UNF trying to add to their 6-run advantage. The 1-2 pitch. Slider down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 7-1 Ospreys, bottom of the 4th inning. Big 6-run first inning for UNF, followed by 1 run in the second. Toberman awaits the 2-2. Outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Boone Hosey on deck. Mariquin set and deals. It's popped up, foul, out of play, and we'll do it again. Toberman, the first baseman, taking his time before getting into the batter's box. Steps in with 14 seconds on the pitch clock. Mariquin comes set. Another payoff. And it's swung on and blooped down the right field line, and it drops foul. Still 3-2. With Farner's speed, if that one had been fair, would have scored him pretty easily. Was about 3 feet right of that right field line. Still 3-2. Here's the pitch. This one high in the air to right field. Dewberry settles under it and makes the catch to end the inning. Ospreys get a 2-out base runner, but can't advance them home. They still lead 7-1 through 4. You are listening to UNF Baseball on Schlick Sports. Top of the 5th inning now as James Green, the leadoff man for Presbyterian, swings and misses at strike one from Will Ross. Nobody throwing right now for UNF. They're going to try to let Ross eat up some innings as he goes down and away, 1-1. Right-handed pitcher to the left-handed batter. Fastball high at 88 for ball 2. Third baseman Drew Buchanan playing in by the grass, protecting a bunt. Here's the pitch. Skied in the air to left. Ranging to his right is Carter White into foul territory. Drops it. That's one he should have had. Took his eye off it as it landed in his glove and just rolled out. So Green will live to see another pitch in a 2-2 count. We're in the top of the 5th inning. It's 7-1 UNF. Green is 0 for 2. He awaits and chops one over to first. Fielded by Toberman. Flips on to Ross covering. And there's one out in the top of the 5th. Nice hustle there from Ross. Getting off the mound, beating the speedy Green to the bag. Beat him by a couple steps, too. Jonathan Williams now to the plate. The second baseman drove in a run on a sac fly his last time up. The only run of the game for Presbyterian. Takes up and away for ball 1. Ross into the windup. And this one is drilled foul. Holy cow, that was a moonshot. Crowd murmuring about that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it is, swing and a miss. Will Ross with the good cheering section to our left. They're fired up as he gets strike 2 across. One ball and 2 strikes. Ross into the windup. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Goodbye. Out number 2 in the top of the 5th inning. Now Amon Dewberry. He's 0 for 1. Did draw a walk in the 3rd. Two outs. Ross to the plate. Fly ball left center field. Schraft ranging over from center, called off, and making the catch is the left fielder White. It's a 1-2-3 frame from Will Ross, and the Opsreys still lead 7-1 on Schlick Sports. Boone Hosey up to the plate, the cleanup man leading off the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 7-1 UNF on Schlick Sports. Hosey 1 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the 1st inning. He takes a pitch down and away, fastball from Michael Mariquin Jr., 1-0. Nobody up in the UNF pen. It looks like they're going to have Will Ross go out for a 3rd inning on the mound in his first appearance back from injury as Hosey swings and misses at strike 1. 2 clean frames from Ross, and he set the last 6 down in order. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Second knock of the game for Boone Hosey. A runner aboard with nobody out for Sean Benjamin. Hosey, a guy that has been working some good at-bats, has not been seeing the results he'd hoped for early this season, but having a really nice series against Presbyterian College as Benjamin takes upstairs for ball 1. Solid lead for Hosey. He stays put, check swing, fastball, strike 1 on the outside corner. Nobody out, bottom of the 5th. Benjamin takes down and away. Looked like that slider that Mariquin has relied upon a lot in this appearance. Pickoff move, Hosey back safely. 2 balls, 1 strike on Sean Benjamin. Hosey goes, pitch swung on and sent towards where the second baseman Williams would be if he wasn't covering. Hosey on his way to 3rd. He's in standing. It's a single for Sean Benjamin on the hit and run. Boone Hosey took off. Jonathan Williams was over to cover the base with a right-handed batter at the plate. And Benjamin doing a nice job just taking it the other way. And now runners at the corners with nobody out for Carter White. White had an RBI double back in the 1st, popped out his last time up. First pitch swinging, it's a fly ball to center field. Green is going back, settles under it, makes the catch. And Boone Hosey going to tag up and score. It's a sac fly for Carter White, and it is 8-1 UNF. Got the job done there. Ends up a routine fly ball, but plenty of distance on it to make it an easy jog home for Boone Hosey. Benjamin stayed put at first base. We've got a pinch hitter. Tyler Gertison for Jackson Schraft. Tyler Gertison had to fill in for a late scratch in Gialdry Gomez on Friday as Benjamin taking off. Throw down to second. Would have had him, but it's mishandled by Moody. And Benjamin will get a stolen base to get into scoring position. Gertison, probably within the last 20 minutes before first pitch, added to the lineup. Homered yesterday. 3 RBIs on Friday. 0-1 count. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 1-1. One offering. Outside with the slider. Gertison probably would have been in the lineup if there wasn't a left-handed starter in J.J. Harrell. Entering for Schraff now with the righty on the mound. Swings and misses over top of strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner on second for UNF with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. 1 run home for the Ospreys already. They lead 8-1. Merriquin to the plate. Gertison takes a slider at the top of the strike zone for strike 3. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And it looks like another pinch hitter, Ty Villardo, who walked us off yesterday, on for Connor Witherington. Another lefty bat that comes in with a righty on the mound. Villardo stepping up in a big way. Has not seen many plate appearances this year, but in a big-time moment yesterday, takes outside for ball 1. Big-time moment yesterday, comes in. They liked the matchup. As Villardo, a guy who does a nice job putting the ball in play, staying on time. That's exactly what he did to walk it off for UNF. Takes outside. 2-0 count on the sophomore lefty. Merriquin fires. Slider swings under it and pops it foul down the third base line, out of play. Two balls and a strike on Villardo. 2 outs. Runner on second for UNF. Merriquin to the plate. Slider called strike 2. Got to be ready to protect the plate with 2 strikes. Casey Sanchez has expanded the strike zone near the top of it as Villardo goes down bottom of the zone, shoots one down the left field line, foul. Still 2-2. Due-2. Popped up behind third base. Rollison over into foul ground, makes the catch to end the inning. Ospreys do get one on the sac fly from Carter White, and it's now 8-1 UNF. Heading into the 6th, you are listening to Ospreys Baseball on Schlick Sports. Top of the 6th inning. 8-1 UNF as swinging at strike one, Caden Mason against Will Ross on for his 3rd inning on the mound. 0-1 count. Couple defensive changes for UNF. Tyler Gertison into center after pinch hitting for Jackson Schraft, and Gialdry Gomez subs into the game in right for Sean Benjamin. Taking strike 2 is Mason. 0-2 count. Caden Mason has reached base on a strikeout, on a drop third strike, and a walk. This one he chops foul down the third base line. 0-2 count. Two-strike pitch. Another foul ball. Will Ross has retired the last 6 men he's faced in order. Upstairs on the 0-2 at the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Fielded by Buchanan. Throw across the diamond in time for out number 1 in the top of the 6th. UNF trying to secure their first series sweep of the season. They took 2 of 3 from Sacred Heart and Quinnipiac. Check swing from Emery Guilford. Able to hold off on a ball up. 1-0. UNF did feel lucky to get a win yesterday after blowing a 6-run advantage in the last 2 innings. Guilford swings and misses at strike 1. But hey, a win's a win. Series secured, and now the Ospreys with a 7-run advantage, trying to sweep the weekend. Guilford takes a breaking ball outside. 2-1. I'd expect Ross to speed it up here after the slider away. Goes with the fastball up and in. 3 balls, 1 strike on the designated hitter. Three balls and a strike. The pitch popped up high in the infield. Alford coming over from second, makes the catch for out number 2. That's a tough play. That thing skied a country mile high. Alford battling the sun, went over and made the catch next to first base. Two outs. Matthew Rollison, the next man up. Will Ross to the plate. Strike 1. Looked like maybe a little cutting action on that pitch. Now the 0-1. Is a fastball popped in the air, foul ground, third base side. Coming over Buchanan, makes the play, and it's another 1-2-3. And just like that, Will Ross has set down the last 9 that he has faced. 8-1 UNF. Heading into the bottom of the 6th. 8-1 UNF, bottom of the 6th inning. Drew Buchanan stepping up to the plate for the Ospreys to face Brody Linker, the first baseman, moving on to the pitcher's mound. He's a two-way player and starts Buchanan with a fastball inside, 1-0. Nick Smith moving into that first base role for Presbyterian. Linker's made one appearance, going 1 inning, allowing 3 runs this year. Swinging strike 1 from Buchanan. 92 miles an hour. Linker, looking at him, you wouldn't maybe expect that kind of velo. 6'3", 195 out of Anderson, South Carolina. Kind of a short arm release. 93 on that heater. Foul tip into the glove of Mason. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Slows it down. Out in front of it, Buchanan fouls it away. Still 1-2. Well, he set him up with the off-speed pitch. He's had Buchanan behind the heater already. That's where I expect him to go here. He's into the windup. Linker to the plate. Fastball caught the zone at 93 for strike 3. That'll bring up Seth Alford with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th.
Seth Alford.
Alford 1 for 3, couple Ks and a single. Full windup, Linker delivers. Slider low, 1-0. One-0 pitch. Low to Alford. 2 balls, no strikes. Alford fouls one off. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Line drive foul down the right side. Hey, we got a flyover. I don't know if that's a private plane or just one that has a cockpit, but going right over. They're a little late for the anthem. Inside 3-2. I think that's a private jet. That's what I'm going to take away. Not a little crop duster. Up and in with the slider on the 3-2 pitch for ball 4. One out. Runner on first for Matthew Farner. Good lead for Alford. He takes off. Pitch a strike. Throw down to second. Not going to get him. Stolen base for Seth Alford. That is the 6th stolen base of the season now for the sophomore. 0-1 count on Farner. Runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Big swing at that one. Tips it into the glove of Mason for strike 2. Oh, 2 count. The pitch. Up high for a ball, 1-0. Well, you've seen a lot of that fastball here in this count. 1-2 on Buchanan. Linker slowed it down with the slider. That's where I'd expect him to go here. The 1-2. Sticks with that heater just below the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Matthew Farner. The 2-2 pitch. Up by the hands. 3-2. One out, runner in scoring position, 8-1 UNF. Here's the payoff. Fouled away. Still 3-2. Hey, the plane's back. I think it's doing circles here, because I've seen it in the distance as well. Just watching the baseball game from the sky, getting past the gate fees. 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Two outs for Jackson Toberman with a runner on second.
Number 16, Jackson Toberman.
Toberman fouls one away. 0-1. Second pitch through the legs of Mason to the backstop. Alford to third. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on third, 8-1 UNF, bottom of the 6th inning. One ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Big swing and a miss, trying to do too much with that one. 1-2. Got to be thinking just base hit up the middle. 2 outs, a runner on third. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts for UNF in the bottom of the 6th inning with a walk from Alford. Can't bring him home. On to the 7th, still 8-1 UNF. Top of the 7th inning. The pitcher now at the plate trying to take matters into his own hands, Brody Linker. After the last 9 men down in order for the Blue Hose, top of the 7th inning, 8-1 UNF as Brody Linker takes a ball 1-0. Will Ross still on the mound. Still nobody in the bullpen. Ospreys letting him ride. Strike 1 at the top of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now action, Kaya Twaru getting up for UNF and beginning to throw. Ball 2 to Linker. Counts 2-1. Full windup from Ross. The pitch. Fly ball, center field. Battling the sun. Gerdison able to work his way over and make the catch. 1 away. Now Bo Moody. Switch hitting shortstop. 0 for 2. Did reach on an error back in the 3rd. Showing bunt. Gets it down the 3rd base line. Foul. For strike 1. It is a beautiful day here in springtime. I'm waiting for those trees that are dead behind center field to start blooming green by the end of the season. It'll be a phenomenal backdrop. Moody takes a ball. 1-1. Fouls 1 away for strike 2. Right now we got a mix. Pine trees behind right field. Some of those evergreens are green, as well as those that are in the forest. For all the pollen in the air, you'd hope that there'd be at least some green leaves on those trees by now. Been killing me in my car for a month. My car is silver, but right now it's green. 1-2. Moody takes a close pitch, and Ross does not get the call on the mound. Ball 2. Full windup. The pitch from Ross is smoked down the right field line. Fair ball. Moody taking the turn, going to try for 2, and he will get in safely with a stand-up double. 1 out base runner for Presbyterian. Brings up Andrew Albertus.
Next up for the Blue Hose, the left fielder number 5, Andrew
Now,
Albertus.
there's only like 3 months in Florida where it's not pollen season. One on, 1 out. Foul ball off the bat of Albertus for strike 1. Time called as Ross steps off the mound. Albertus out of the box. Everyone resets. Ross is set. The 0-1. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Albertus expands the strike zone. Swinging at 1 down at the knees. 1-2 count. Ross to the plate. Buries it in the dirt for ball 2. Runner on second, 1 out, top of the 7th inning. Ross is 2-2. Is lined to center. That ball is down for a base hit. Coming around is Moody. He's headed home and will score on a base hit from Albertus. It is 8-2, UNF. Out comes Parker Bangs. And we'll see if he makes the move. And yes, he is motioning for the pitching change. Good performance, though, from Will Ross in his return from injury. It's 8-2 Ospreys when we come back on Schlick Sports. Top of the 7th inning, 1-on, 1-out. Kai Etsuaru, the new pitcher for UNF, making his 3rd appearance of the year. Coming off a nice one against USC Upstate about a week ago. 2 2/3. 1 hit, no runs. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. He starts off. James Green with a ball outside, 1-0. Pickoff move back at first safely is Albertus. We got a group of kids out there chanting "Go Blue." It's the wrong team today. Check swing. First strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Runner on first, Etsuaru to the plate. Tap foul, and Green will stay alive. James Green 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice, though. 1 run home for the Blue Hose in the top of the 7th inning. UNF still leading by 6. Etsuaru fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for out number 2. Now Jonathan Williams, runner on first, is Albertus, and he's got speed.
With 2 away, the second baseman, number 24, Jonathan Williams.
Williams 0 for 2. Did have a sac fly RBI back in the 3rd. Etwaru is set. Pickoff move to first base. Albertus back in plenty of time. The one disadvantage, Albertus not going to be able to get as big of a lead with a southpaw on the mound. Stays put. And swinging and missing at a strike is Jonathan Williams, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Down low for a ball. 1-1. Now we've got a dance-off going on the concourse. There's no music. Does not matter to those 2 little boys. 1 ball, 1 strike. As I mentioned earlier, good crowd on hand today. Not sure what the official number is, but that first baseline bleachers pretty full. The UNF faithful in attendance. Ground ball. Trying for the backhanded stop. Farner able to knock it down, but not going to have a play at first on Williams. A base hit. Runners on first and second for Amon Dewberry.
Next up, the right fielder, number 35.
Dewberry's 0 for 2 with a walk. Etwaru set. First pitch to Dewberry is a strike. A lefty on lefty matchup. Etwaru is set. Is 0-1. Down and away. Good block by Boone Hosey. 1-1. Etwaru to the plate. Fastball low. Crowd did not like the call. It was the right one from Casey Sanchez. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. In the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Dewberry. Etwaru is set. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to end the inning. Etwaru strands 2 on base. 1 run does come home for the Blue Hose in the top of the 7th. It's stretch time. Ospreys 8. Presbyterian 2 on Schlick Sports. Bottom of the 7th inning now. Boone Hosey leading things off for UNF. Heart of the order coming up for the Ospreys. Hosey and Gialdry Gomez due up on deck after subbing in for Sean Benjamin in right field. Hosey first pitch swinging, line drive right field. That ball is down. Dewberry with a nice stop to keep it from getting to the wall. It's a base hit for Hosey, his 3rd of the game. Boone Hosey swinging it well. Leadoff man aboard for the Ospreys in the bottom of the 7th inning. Brings up Gialdry Gomez. First plate appearance of the game for Gomez. Gialdry, a junior. Pickoff move to first. Hosey back safely. Gomez hitting .238 so far this year. Third baseman playing in against a bunt as Gomez takes ball 1. (8-2) UNF our score. As Gomez takes down and away, ball 2. Brody Linker still on the mound, gets a fastball across for strike 1. Linker tossing a clean 6th. Putting a donut on the scoreboard, striking out 3. As Gomez, a hard line drive into right center field. That ball is down and will get to the wall. Hosey coming around 3rd. He's headed home. Gomez putting on the brakes at 2nd. Hosey will score. It's an RBI double for Gialdry Gomez, and it's 9-2 UNF. Well, it looked like Gomez went up there waiting for a fastball he could handle, and that's exactly what he did. Hard line drive into the gap, rolls all the way to the wall. He might have had a chance at 3, but with the 9th run scoring, you're not going to test it. Carter White going to come up to the plate, and it looks like we're going to have probably a double switch here as Linker will move back to first base. And now it's time to put some puzzle pieces together during this pitching change on Schlick Sports. Bottom of the 7th inning, nobody out, 9-2 UNF. They've got a runner on second, 1 run already in the inning. Carter White coming up to the plate to face Jonathan Williams. Two-way guy moving from second base to the pitcher's mound. Freshman 6'1", 195 out of Tampa. The second homeschooler to pitch today for Presbyterian. Williams has made 1 appearance, throwing 1 scoreless inning this year, striking out 1. Son of Reggie and Rose Williams. His dad, Reggie, played 4 seasons in the MLB with the Angels and the Dodgers in the 90s, and he's had 4 brothers that have all gone on to play professional baseball. So, some good genes there for Jonathan Williams, a baseball family. Batting 2 in the order today, and now on the mound. Goes inside, ball 1 to Carter White. Brody Linker moving back to first base. Now low 2-0. Cam Mallow coming in to play second in place of Williams. Williams set. Fires, and this one is fouled back. 2 balls and a strike on Carter White. A look back at second, now a pickoff move. Back safely, Gialdry Gomez. Gomez drove in Boone Hosey with his RBI double. Ball low. 3-1 on Carter White. Here's the offering. Chopper to first. Fielded by Linker. Going to flip on to Williams, who beats White by a step. Gomez advancing to third on the play. 1 out. And a runner on third. 9-2 Ospreys with Tyler Gertison coming up to the plate. Gertison struck out his first time up. Coming in the 5th inning for Jackson Schraft. Infield in for the Blue Hose. The pitch. Cut on and missed. Strike 1. Oh, 1 offering. Chopper foul. Ty Velardo tried making a barehanded grab in the batter's box, on deck circle. Unsuccessful with that. 0-2. Down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tyler Gertison. Here's the pitch. Line drive, base hit, center field. Coming home to score is Gomez. 10-2 UNF. Perfect approach there from Gertison. Not trying to do too much with 2 strikes. Just reached that bat out. Caught one down and away. Blooped it into shallow center with the infield in. Perfect. Driving in another run on his phenomenal weekend of baseball. Ty Velardo taking a ball up high. 1-0, runner on first, 10-2 UNF. 1-0. Fouled away. 1-1 with 1 on and 1 out. 2 runs home for UNF in the bottom of the 7th inning. Williams to the plate. Line drive down the right field line, foul. 1-2. Williams set. His two-strike pitch is grounded to first. Backhand linker onto second, and it's into left field. Gertison digging for third. Villardo going for two. Both are safe. Runners on second and third after the error from Brody Linker. Just trying to do too much there at first base.
Now batting the third baseman,
Pressing.
17, Drew Buchanan.
Down by 8. Wanted the double play, ends up with nothing. And now the winning run for UNF in scoring position. Hey, Drew Buchanan, why not walk us off here in the bottom of the 7th? Infield in. First pitch. Buchanan skies one to left center field. Back towards the wall, and it'll drop for a ground rule double. Bounces over the wall, and Buchanan delivers a walk-off ground rule double. The Ospreys run out to mob Buchanan by second base, and they come away with a mercy rule win against Presbyterian College here this Sunday afternoon. 12-2 our final score. UNF gets the series sweep. And the Bats played to perfection this weekend against the Blue Hose. That'll do it for our coverage of this series on Schlick Sports. It's going to be a few weeks till we're back with some Osprey baseball here on the channel. We will not have coverage Wednesday, as I'll be calling the A-Sun basketball tournament, a UNF's game in round 1 for basketball. We'll be back for a series against FGCU before transitioning this on to ESPN+. But until then, I'm Noah Schlicksup signing off. Our final score, UNF 12, Presbyterian 2 on Schlick Sports.